Hey, ear training via the web. How fun is that going to be? All right, let's dig into this as best we can. Okay, I'll try to keep myself on screen as much as possible, but there might be some times when you see me disappear or I may have to readjust things. All right, anyway, so this week we're going to start dealing with something called interval chains. And basically the idea with that is something like this. Oops, pardon me. Right, two-note interval chains. So what do you have there? So what I want you to do is to be able to tell me what intervals you're hearing. So in other words, like this, if we start, here's C sharp. So if you were to write that down, what you need to put is, hopefully you can see this. I'll do me level best. You want a C, pardon me, you want a C sharp, right? There's the C sharp. And that's up a major second to D sharp, and then, and what's that? There's another major second. So why don't we do this as D flat, E flat, and F. So those kinds of things we'll start working on this week, and we'll also look at some periodic melodies in your Ottman book. And I'm just assuming that you've got this Ottman book at the ready, right? If you don't have this, come and get it, right? Because we're going to be continuing our work in this, and this is going to be important. Okay, I also want to, we'll review some compound intervals and extended triads, and I'll give you a quiz or two on those, which I'm expecting you will answer and email into me. Yes, you will. Yes, you will, because if you don't, fail. Okay? And some of you can't afford to not do well anymore. Some of you just can't. I won't mention any names, but that you know who you are. And I also want to look a little bit at some canons and to figure out why canons work. And when I'm talking about a canon like Frere Jacques, that kind of thing, those are canons. That's what we're talking about. And why do those things work? Why do they work? Why do the two lines? Why does a canonic melody work in harmony with itself? And we'll take a look at that, and we'll try to find a couple of examples that people won't shoot us if I play them for you. Okay, but right now, why don't we just sort of review a little bit of intervals, some compound intervals. And I'll give you, just do some compound intervals. All right, so here's one. Major ninth. Major ninth. Here's another one. Oh, let's see. How about this one? Listen to that. Try to sing it in your head as if it were in the octave. And if that were the case, it would sound more like this. So, and that would be a compound tritone. You could also call that a sharp 11. or a flat 12. Okay, tritone. Okay, how about this one? Yeah, here we go. Find a fun one. Here we go, yeah. All right, listen to that one. And then imagine it within the octave. That would be a major 10th. Major 10th. Major 10th. Okay? All right. Let's see. Here's a few more for this. Here we go. Yeah. Here's a good one. What about that one? A simple would be this. That simple interval would be that. Pardon me. Yeah, sorry. I'm going to have to. My screen goes dead every now and again. I want to make sure I'm being recorded. Now that one would be this, and that's an octave. And as we recall, you add 7 to that to get the compound interval. So 7 plus 8 would be a 15th. 15th. Okay, let's review all of them. 15th, minor 9th, minor 9th, major 9th, minor 10th, major 10th. Here's a major 10th. Here is an 11th, right? Perfect 11th. Sharp 11, or compound tritone. Perfect 12th, right? Of course, the compound tritone could also be thought of as a flat 12. Perfect 12th. Minor 13th. Minor 13th. Just listen to that. See what it sounds like. Get the feel for that. Okay, and then a major 13th. Minor 14th, or minor 7th within an octave. Minor 7th, or major 14th. Minor 14th, rather. And then major 14th. And then perfect octave, or compound octave, or a perfect 7 plus 8 equals 15th. 15th. Okay? All right. So be reviewing those. Your Teoria homework for the week involves that kind of thing, and make sure that you check the Blackboard for the online homework. I've given you 2 Teoria exercises to do, the way we've been doing them in the past, right? And one is supposed to be all simples, and one is to be all compound. 100 exercises each, and when you're done with each of those, you take a picture of it and you email me the score. And I need to have that by the 24th of March. Okay? Well, not by within a week's time. Okay? It's really important that you do this. Okay? All right. Okay. Okay, so why don't we try a few of those interval chains. Now again, interval chains are basically, they're just progressions of starting on a note and going to another note. Okay, so let's do 1 or 2 of these things just for fun. Okay, so shall. Oh, let's see. I hear, it's almost like I can hear Mr. Smith telling me, gee, can we start on F sharp? Sure, we could start on F sharp. But let's do it on bass clef. All right. All right, there's a bass clef. Right, bass clef. Somewhere there, a bass clef. And then there's your F sharp. All right, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that F sharp, then I'll play another note, and then I'll play another note after that. Okay? So you can do this. All right, here we go. There's your F sharp. All right, here we go. F sharp, going to this note. What is that interval? Okay, now here's your third note. So the whole chain is ba, 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 ba. What is that interval? And the next one is that one. Well, as you've probably guessed by now, that is this. You start from an F sharp and then down a perfect fourth. Ba, ba, perfect fourth. And then an up a minor third. Up a minor third. Okay? Get the idea? All right, let's do a couple more. All right, I somehow through the celestial airwaves, I hear Mr. Gordon saying, "Oh no, let us never start on E flat." So guess what? We're going to start on E flat. But let's do it up here. Oh, something like this. Yeah, we'll start up here. E flat. All right, so there's our opening note. Opening note, there's E flat. I'll play two notes after that, and we'll see what happens. All right, so here's the E flat. All right, here's the interval chain. Okay, here's your E flat again. You can also write it as D sharp. Here's your first E flat or D sharp. Here's your next pitch. D sharp or E flat. Pa, 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 ta, da. What is that interval? And then okay, what you got there is you got an E flat going to a B, right? Or we could call it a C flat. A C flat, down a major third, and then up a major second. E flat, C, D flat. Well, actually, that is that right. Sorry. Or the way I was playing it. Okay, let's do another one. Oh, how about, let's see. I happen to know that Ms. Lee would really like it if we started on this B. So we'll start on this B, and we'll proceed from there. Okay, here's the B. Here we go. And here's the interval chain. Here's the B. Here's the second note. What is that interval? And then here's the second note. And here's the last note. Okay, what you got there is this. B up a tritone, down a minor second. Pa, pa, pa. Get the idea? All right, so we will be doing this quite a bit from now and the end of the term. And we'll start out with 3-note progression, well, 3-note chains, and those will gradually expand to, oh, I don't know, 25, I don't know, something like that. But we'll see how far we get. Okay, all right, so be practicing those kinds of things. That might be a good idea for you guys to do that, like get together in a practice room and, try some of these things out. Just see how they're going. Okay. All right. Let's see. We've done here. We'll change that. Aurelia. Okay. And the tutor is. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's do. As a matter of fact, why don't I give you a quiz on compound intervals today? And I will expect you to do this and to email your results into me as soon as you do it, but by the 24th anyway. Okay. All right. Here's take a sheet of paper. This is a 10-item interval quiz, all compound, and see how this goes. All right. Okay, number one. Number one. Number one. Number one. Number 12. Number 2. Number 2. Number 2. 2. Number 3. Number 3. Number 3. Number 4. Number 4. Number 4. Imagine that interval within an octave, and then extrapolate to get the interval that you actually played. Okay, number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Number 6. Number 6. Here we go. Number 6. Number 6. Number 7. Number 7. Number 7. Number 7. Number 7. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. 8. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Now, finally, number 11. Number 11. Oh, probably number 10. Number 10. Although, well, you never know. Number 10. Number 10. Giving it away, like usual. Number 10. Okay. All right. So, in fact, why don't we count this as a practice quiz? Sort of give you a little bit of a warm-up for the 2 Triads things that I wanted you to do this week. All right, number 1 was a major 9th. Number 2 was a perfect 12th. Number 3 was a tritone. Number 4 was a minor 13th. Number 5 was a perfect 11th. Number 6 was a minor 9th. Number 7 was a major 10th. Number 8 was a tritone. Number 19 was a compound octave, also known as a 15th. 7 plus 8 is 15. And then finally, you had a perfect 11th. Perfect 11th. Okay, now I would particularly recommend that you study these things, particularly the up to the 11ths and 13ths, because, as we know, those compound chords, those extended chords that we've been dealing with, are based on those. Like, for instance, you know, right here we've got that chord, right, and here's the opening. Here's the there is the compound interval. What is that? Well, this is a major 9th chord. So that would be a, if you want to think of it in terms of B flat major, that would be a 5-7 major 9. 5-7 major 9. I think in terms of B, or you could also call it an F7 add 9. Or 5. That kind of thing. So just be aware of those things. Keep working on those. Okay, now, yeah. All right, take a look at your books. Open your Ottman melodies, and look at page 83. The melodies on page 83, and I'm just assuming you have your book while you're doing this. Okay, and I want to take a look at a couple of these things and just sort of talk a little bit about how they're constructed. Okay. So let's do, let's look at, let's look at, 6.10. 6.10. It's on page 83. And it sounds something like this. Of course, I'm doing this up an octave. Okay, so what do we notice about that? What do we notice? Well, there are a couple things that we can note right off. You'll notice that the pickup measure through to the end of the second beat of measure 1 is repeated right after itself. So, mi, fa, mi, re, do. So, and then it begins again. So, mi, fa, mi, re, do. Right, and then back to the so. Right? You notice that. What else do you notice? What else could we possibly notice about this? Well, look at say the last four measures and compare them with the first four measures. Well, I think you'll notice that, and I'm just assuming you have your books while you're doing this. And if you're not, well, that's not my problem. What do you notice about that? You'll notice that the first half, there are a lot more steps in the first half than there are in the second half. Yeah, there are there's really only one. Well, there are two steps in the last half of that, and you'll notice that in the second half there's also a lot more arpeggiation of triads. Like, say we are in of course in the key of F major, and if you look second system measure 1, so re, re, ti, so, that arpeggiates, of course, a dominant triad in F major, right? And the second measure, well, the second measure into the first half of the third measure of that line, so, mi, do, right? That outlines that arpeggiates a 1 chord in F. And then the last two beats of the next to last measure, that re, ti, and then going to the do, where that G and E fit nicely into a 5 chord, and which goes to the 1. So you could do something like this with it. Again, pardon my awful piano playing. Shoot the melody up an octave. Let me do that again. Sorry, I lost my place. Let's go from the second system. Do that again. And then the second measure. One. And then 5, 7. All right, let's take a look at another one. So let's take a look at what do we notice about? Let's see. Yeah, look at. Let's look at 6.9. Now there's a canon. This is a canon for 4 voices, and if we were in class together, I'd make you learn this and sing it, but it sounds like this. Oops. That's a canon, so see if I can sing it. I'll probably sing it better than I can play it. Mi, 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 fa, so, mi, do, so, do, re, mi. Do, ti, la, so, so, la, so, do, mi, so, do, do, so, ti, do. Okay, now that's a canon. That's a canon. And we'll be looking at a few canons this next couple of weeks to figure out how they work. Now, as you know, a canon means the harmony can, the melody can work against itself, or can be sung or played against itself, with itself, and have it sound right, have it sound in a pleasing manner. And why do you suppose that would be? Why do you suppose that would be? So we'll be thinking about that. Also look at the next few pages of your book here. Just look around for some more canons. Practice learning some, practice learning a few melodies, and we'll just take a look at these and figure out what's going on with these things harmonically, and because we're sort of thinking about how to write good melodies at the moment. All right? Cool. All right. So those are your melodies we've done. Let's have a look. Let's see. What else did I have in mind for today? What else? Oh yeah, melodies, structures, look at canons, compound intervals with the quiz, practice quiz, and we've done some interval chains. So just hang on here a second. Just a second. There we go. Yeah, my computer keeps wanting to go to sleep. But anyway, all right, now. Let's just let's try a few questions. Questions are always fun to end something with. Okay, all right, now let's see. All right. E. Start on E. Go up a perfect fourth. Then down a minor third. And then up a perfect fourth. Okay, say that again. Start on E. Go up a perfect fourth. Go up, down a minor third, and then up another perfect fourth. Okay, now, in the key of G major, what is that scale degree? Well, E to A, down a minor third, F sharp to B, right? So B is, and in the key of G major, that would be, of course, the third. The third. Okay. All right, let's see. See if you can do this quickly. Yeah, here we go. Spell me a dominant seventh chord with E as the third. Dominant seventh with E as the third. Well, C, E, G, B flat. Right, okay. Now, what is that sonority we hear? What's special about that sonority? That is also the same sound of a German sixth. All right, now, what would you have to do to take that C, E, G, B flat chord and turn that into a German sixth? In other words, so there's our E flat, C, E, G, B flat. Instead of a minor seventh, we of course want an augmented sixth. And the augmented sixth would be, of course, the A sharp rather than the E, rather than the B flat. Okay. All right. Now, remember when you've got this flat 6 sharp 4 tonic and 1, this note right in there, if you spell it like that, there's your tonic. And that's going to be the tonic of, that would be a German 6 in either the key of C major, not C major, but E major and E minor. Okay? All right, cool. Let's see, let's try another one. Let's see, I'll start on C sharp, go up a perfect 4th, go down a minor 3rd, and then up a major 3rd. Say that again. Start on C sharp, up a perfect 4th, down a major 2nd, up a major 3rd. You should have landed on the key, you should have landed on G sharp. Okay, try another one. Start on G, go up a perfect 5th, go down a major 2nd, go up a perfect 4th, go down a major 2nd, and down another major 2nd. You should be on either C sharp or D flat. All right, try another one. Start on C, go up a major 2nd, go up a perfect 5th, then go down a minor 3rd. Say that again. Start on C, up a major 2nd, up a perfect 5th, then down a minor 3rd. What notes do you have there? They sound like this. What will that be? So C, up a major 2nd, would be D. Up a perfect 5th would be A. Down a minor 3rd would be F sharp. Okay. What is that? Do you get that 2nd on the bottom? Major 2nd. So what you got there is a dominant 7th chord in 3rd inversion. Okay, now, what am I doing here? It's that same thing again. There's the chord we just spelled. 5/4 of G minor. Okay. Listen to this. What am I doing here? Let's do it again. What am I doing there? Well, what it sounds like, what I'm putting on the board, what I did was this. So you get a C, D, F sharp, and A. All right, so there's your first one. And then I went like this. Any idea what that was? What happened there? What I did was this. I raised that D to an E flat, turning it into a fully diminished 7th chord. Okay? And then, after that, wrong octave, of course, but right? I went like that. What did I do there? There's this fully diminished seventh chord. And listen to the... What I did was I went from F sharp to F natural. Right? So you go from a 5, 7 G. Is a quick way to get from G minor to B flat major, real easy, would be this. There's your 5 to 1 in G minor, right? And you've got a 5, and then you see? So it's the raising and lowering of a dominant seventh chord, of the tones of a seventh chord, of a dominant seventh chord, or a diminished seventh chord that turns the one into the other. All right, so if you lower any note of a fully diminished seventh chord down a half step, you get some form of dominant seventh chord. Okay? All right. Cool. Well, I see by Mr. Clock on the wall, and Mr. Smith's not here to object, that it's time almost for us to go. Make sure you do your homework and watch this video. I will put this up on the web. I'll put this up on YouTube very soon, and make sure you watch this. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Hang on.